Alright guys, I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I really want to continue this. I just maybe had some limiting beliefs about my abilities of making YouTube videos. Um, I could go on about excuses, but I really feel the deep, you know, need. I feel like doing something like this is part of my dharma. My purpose for being. Is I love spirituality. I love reading all these books. I love meeting spiritual people, people that believe in something more than um, not what we see with our eyes, and not necessarily religious people. The ones who say you can't do this, don't do that, or you go to hell. I'm not a big fan of that. I just love knowing there's something more to life than what we see. There's more to life than just going to get a job, buying some things, and dying. But that's beside the point. As you can see, I'm playing Halo Online. I'll leave a link in the description where you guys can download it. I played it a bunch. So fun. I feel like I'm a kid again. I love Halo. Halo is one of my favorite games. I don't have an Xbox right now, but just being able to play this on my computer it's a dream, honestly. And speaking of dreams, I want today to talk about 7 spiritual concepts that really helped me in my journey of life. That really helped me in my journey of life. So, the first one that really got to me is like we are all one. Even the people that you don't like, they're still part of this infinite energy, this Christ energy, the loving God energy. I'm in my book right now, The Book of Truth by Paul Selly, which I have on Audible. I could give you guys if you. I'll leave a link if you guys want. Um, it talks about seeing everyone for the eyes of Christ. Just seeing everyone in their divine light, the true version of who they are, not their conditioning, not their egos, but who they really are as well, a reflection of you, a reflection of your higher self. Now I know that might seem complicated, but look at this. This person came to your experience because of your vibration. So if you're dealing with a nasty person, then there's some nastiness in your vibration. If you're dealing with a hateful person, there's some hate in your vibration. You don't take it personally. You just do some clearing, do some inner work, and that's how you raise your frequency and you'll attract better people. But knowing that we're all one, we all breathe the same air. It changes your concept of life. It's not this dog eat dog world that we've been brought up to believe. We're here to cooperate. We all want joy. We all want love. It's about giving it back to your fellow man, because that's how we prosper. We don't prosper by ourselves. We prosper as one. We prosper working together. Now, I think if you grasp this one, it makes life a lot easier, knowing that your neighbor's not your enemy. He is a part of the infinite creator just like you are. And it can be hard sometimes. It can be hard, to see the divine light in people. But when you do, when you honestly forgive everyone who you believe has harmed you, and you see them for who they really are, I think that's really beautiful. So, going on, number 2. You have complete control of your state of being. Now this really got to me, because I used to be a victim of circumstance, victim of, oh, I'm feeling stressed, I'm feeling tired, this is going to affect my day. And I still have this from time to time, but not as much as I used to. Just knowing you have complete control of your thoughts, which, affect your emotions, which affects your state of being. But also, going down to your belief systems. That's a huge one. Oh my gosh, your belief systems create your reality, and knowing that your belief systems can change. Just knowing that, they're not set in stone. You can always change your belief systems. and in turn, that affects your state of being. If you have more positive belief systems, you'll generally be more positive. And just knowing that, what I like to do whenever I'm feeling in a slump, I like get up, I jump around, and if you can't do that, like, if you're like in class or something, just like, I don't know, there's a technique, emotional freedom tapping. I've done that a few times, but just like when you move your body physically, and you're setting that intention, I want to feel better, I'm gonna feel better, I think it honestly does work. And taking responsibility for your emotion and your state of being, not blaming somebody, but saying I'm choosing to feel this way. That's how you have a choice. You have a choice to make. You can be loving the situation or hating the situation. You accept the situation or not accept the situation. And acceptance is love. So you always have a choice. Going on to number 3. The power of your own word. I just read the 4 Agreements, but by Don Miguel Ruiz. I think I don't know if I pronounced it right, but what he means by the word is, what not it's also what you say, but just what you're creating in your thoughts, what you're just creating. You're always in a state of creation and honoring your creations and knowing your power. You know, like you can frame a situation, you can change the perspective of any situation to be a more empowering story. You can look at your life in an empowered way or a disempowered way. It's all your choice. That's like we have this mind, and it can make up a billion stories, and a lot of us use it for disservice. I use it a lot for disservice, for myself. But it's just a tool. The mind is a tool for you. You can make your own reality. People, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. People said you're never gonna go out America. You're never gonna make it. Like, who kept bodybuilding? What's that? Like, he set the foundations for that to be like, nationwide, uh, contests and all that. He set the standard, man. And uh, and people said it can't be done. Of acting, of his accent, he said, no, man, no one wants to see this big guy with this heavy accent. He said, no, I don't care what you guys say. I'm gonna make it. It's the same with Sylvester Stallone, with his uh, I don't know, accent lisp, what, uh, whatever, like where he talks a little funny. Uh, People said you're never gonna make it, and he was dirt poor when he was making Rocky. Uh, and they just kept their word. They knew what they wanted, and they went for it. They knew the power of their creation. I think it's so inspiring. Awesome stuff. And 4, you cannot be apart from your source. Now, Bashar talks a lot about this, and Abraham too. Like, you're not the only exception in the universe. These universal laws work for everyone. Everyone. Every single one. And I think a lot of our sources of pain comes from this belief of separation from our own source. That we could be possibly anything else than aspects of an infinite creator. Just what is the alternative? Yeah, like children of chaos. I've heard. Just what I'm trying to say is, when you are a part of God, and there's a sense of security. For me, it's like, I am loved by this infinite creator. I'm not apart from him. We are one and the same. I think this is for me a little bit hard to explain, but I hope you understand that you're not separate from God. It's not a guy in the clouds judging you. He's like working through you. You are life. That's what you are. Sorry, audio just cut out. So the fifth thing I want to talk about was following your highest excitement. Now, Abraham says follow your joy. Bashar says follow your highest excitement. I think they generally mean the same thing. What Bentinho Massaro talks about is the excitement is like the breadcrumb trail to your manifestation, to just living the life that you want to live, because excitement is like the signal from the higher self to this is it, this is what we want you to do, this is how you're gonna and for me, I could tell you a personal story of mine. This happened about a year, I would say maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. I was overweight. I wasn't like really fat. I would say more skinny fat, or I wasn't happy with my body, and I always had trouble losing weight. I was a fat kid. People made fun of me when I was a kid. In Poland, it was a lot worse. They called me donut. In Polish, it's pączki. They called me because my cheeks looked like donuts. And anyway, so like losing weight for me was a big thing. It was a really big thing. I didn't know how people did it. I just, how could you lose weight? It just seemed like a mystery to me. But I found my highest excitement just to look up YouTube videos. Then I found